What is up there, LEGO fans? Welcome back, Alex here. In this video, we will be doing a complete overview of the valley section here of the city of Mindyapolis. I was going to actually have this overview be part of the residential area, but as I was looking around the valley part here, I thought, you know, there's a lot going on here. I think we need to just do an overview of this particular section. But I will say, I think we need to get a cool catchy name for this part, Mindy Valley or something like that, maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. But anyway, what I think we'll do here is we'll start from the front and just work our way to the back. We'll start with the road system. Of course, this is the road that connects all of the sections of my city together from one end to the other. I guess I call it Main Street. But right here is a nice little bridge that we have crossing the river. This was a good use of the bridge elements from set 6600-2. They're used in the ramp that you see right there. I was running really short on road plates, so this really helped me save one of those road plates. But it was very functional, as you can see. Cars can get across very, very well. And it zigzags through some buildings here. And of course, people have a choice of either going up the ramp or underneath the residential area to get to the recreation area. Now, I will say, though, that this bridge is a bit of an eyesore, but it is very important because this is the only road that allows people to access the upper levels. There's no other ramp that I have in my city to get people up to that level. So something that I need to figure out. So even though it's a little ugly, it is very, very necessary. The first building here is called 8 Studs. This is a collaboration set between the LEGO Group and Bricklink. This is before, of course, Bricklink was purchased by the LEGO Group, but they had this LEGO Designer program where they had 15 finalists and their designs available for purchase. I think there was about 15 designs, and 8 Studs was one of them. Following the path beyond 8 Studs are 2 yellow beach houses. These are identical LEGO sets. Prime real estate right here. Your front yard is basically a river. However, I will say just above them with the downtown area, you do have that train. So that might be a little noisy. But regardless, not a bad spot to live. And of course, here at the corner where we have the waterfall is the blue beach house. Again, pretty nice place to live if you ask me. Across the river from 8 Studs is a section I took from Ninjago City Gardens. This didn't really fit over there, so I thought it'd be a good spot to put it over here, right next to the Year of the Bull Lego set. Now, I know that it is not the Year of the Bull anymore. It is the Year of the Tiger, but this particular Lego set looks so darn good right here, and it fits really, really well with the theme of this particular section of the city. I guess maybe what I could do is take the bull out and replace it with a tiger, and that would work just well. But I really like this really relaxed, calm look of this particular part of the city, and these 2 particular sets really help achieve that. Next up, we have the upscale restaurant. I really need to find better names for things, but this is right in the center of this particular area. Now, this is based off of a real Lego set, I think from the early 90s. I forget the name, but I had 2 of them. Plopped them together like this, did some modifications, extended it out into the water there. Wanted to really create a very nice, upscale, fancy, romantic atmosphere. But just keep in mind, if you go to this restaurant, it's going to be very expensive. So across the street, we have these buildings that are a little more narrow. These are on 32 by 16 base plates, so they fit just barely at the edge of the table here. These first 2, the cinema and this green building, which I think is a city hall, were part of I think it was a 50-year anniversary Lego set called City Plan or Town Plan. They also had an Octan corner garage or something like that in it as well. But I never put the stickers on the cinema. I don't know why. I just didn't. So anyway, that's why it's blank. And then next up from there is a city museum. This is a Lego set from something. I think it's probably a Spider-Man Lego set where somebody tries to steal some jewelry and Spider-Man stops him. Anyway, I put it back to it to make it look like a more complete building. Up from there is the entrance to the beach, and here at the front we have what I call the beach hut, where you can rent equipment or get a snow cone maybe. And of course, this parking lot is pretty robust. This is the largest parking lot I have in my city at the moment anyway. It accommodates their larger vehicles, especially ones with trailers, so they can actually come in and turn around and get out without too much of a fuss. Oh, also, this vehicle right here that has bikes on it, this is also part of the AFOL Designer program from Bricklink. In fact, let me cruise over here. I'll show you what also came with that. So you can actually rent bikes like this. So that's where that came from. So those are 2 of the 4 Lego sets that I got from that designer program. Now for the beach itself, a lot of interesting characters out here, a lot of beach bums, but I will say from a distance, the beach does look fabricated. I mean, of course it's fabricated, it's a Lego city, right? But what I'm trying to say is it looks like a bunch of trucks came in full of sand, dumped them down, they spread it out to make it look like a beach, which I'm fine with. This isn't like it's the West Coast and you have a large ocean out here with crashing waves, right? So for my city, it works really well. People can come here and enjoy themselves. Across the river, we have the old fishing store. This is probably one of my more favorite Lego sets, especially one of the best ones that I've seen come out from the Lego Ideas line. I love how this thing looks in this particular section of the city. It really ties together that entire beach area. This section of city doesn't have mocks in the traditional sense, but it does have this very long bridge, and it has an important job of connecting the downtown area with the residential area. It also has a lot of space. There's enough room in the road to allow these larger vehicles to pass each other without fear of clipping their sides with each other. There's also a bridge or section of the bridge on the side for pedestrians to get from one side to the other as well. A lot of 8x16 tiles are used in this, and I'm taking advantage of the 2x4 tiles that have those white stripes in it from those new road plates to help divide the two lanes of traffic. Then we get to the very back of this section of the city. It's hard to get back here, or see back here I should say, because the bridge really obstructs your view. But there is a train station back here, so people can board trains from this section of the city. There's a skate park right here underneath the bridge. Across this one-lane bridge, we have, I don't know, I was going to call this a farm, but it's really not a farm. It looks like it's just some dude living here underneath the bridge. It looks like he lived here before the bridge was built, and he's really unhappy with the city that they built the bridge over his house. Now, also, we have these two lanes of train track going back and forth, and I have these entrances that I've created here, and they're not really aesthetically pleasing. I think I need to work on these to make them a little bit more attractive, but because it's so far back, you don't really see it. It hasn't really been high on my to-do list. And one more thing to show, which is really hard to show off because I'm right here against the wall, so I can't really get a good view of this, but I was looking for a way to create good supports for the airport shuttle. And it was really hard because it was so high up in the air because, well, this train station is already elevated. So I was thinking of ways I could do this without using a lot of Lego pieces, and I thought, you know what? I have so many of these extra turn pieces from the original airport shuttle. So I put two together like this, and they are the arch supports for the airport shuttle. So really high up, but also looks pretty stylish. I'm going to back up here, and I'm going to turn the airport shuttle on, and let's watch it cross the bridge here. Yep, there you go. Really high up, a little scary if you're a minifigure in there, but it is very effective. Looking for some stuff I might have forgotten as I do the overview. Two things come to mind, one of which is the waterfall. People are thinking, where's that water coming from? Well, that's a good question. It's not really coming from anywhere because once upon a time I had Ninjago City up here, and because it's a water-based Lego set, I thought, hey, I'll have a water around it and it'll be coming down in a waterfall to the river below it. Well, Ninjago City got so big I had to move it out of this area, but I didn't want to lose my waterfall, so I made it so that the Lego engineers of the city created a way for Mindyapolis to keep its water feature with water being pumped right there in front of the Parisian restaurant and the hotel. So there you go. It is now time to find all of the SigFigs that are in this area that have been sent by you for Mindyapolis Mayhem. And we're going to start right here with these two guys. These are the pioneers. These two guys from London were sent to me years ago, and this is what actually gave me the idea for Mindyapolis Mayhem. So the guy here in the bowler hat is from a Lego store in Leicester Square in London. And then we have the Grenadier Guard here, who is also an exclusive minifigure to a toy store called Hamley's, I believe. Now, if you're the person who sent these to me, please let me know in the comment section below. I definitely want to recognize you, so thank you very much for those. Let's see, who is next? Oh, right here at the corner of the old fishing store, right there, we have Cotina. Cotina looking good. And then right across the river, actually, we have these two who are siblings. This is Anthony and Michaela. at the beach house. And then over here, keep stretching way over here, this is Marcel, who I think is from the Netherlands on that bike going across the bridge. And last but not least, we have Chris's family. Not Chris himself, he's in the residential area, but we have his mom and dad, his sister Elena, and his brother Mateo. They also gave me this full-on skate park, which fits really well under the bridge here, so thank you very much for that. So that will wrap it up for this complete overview of the valley. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And of course, we'll have some more here in the very near future. Most likely we'll do the residential area, which has actually some pretty sweet changes. So stay tuned for that. But until then, you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.